it's upside down, so what it does is when it's right side up, it is this way. Then when the gas goes in, it pushes it up and it lets it open this little venting thing. I'll take out and show, a little stopper. And there is a little, let me see, needle nose I'll have to get. There is a pin through here, right here, that goes through here, and it has a stop. It goes up against this. So I push it back and you can see I can pull it out. Now this thing, I do not want to take sandpaper, like I said, emery paper, nothing to this. You want to make sure you keep it like it is. You just want to clean it. I'll get some stuff and clean it. And then the float comes out. That's where I need the needle nose. And right hanging on the bottom, it come off, but there's a little tab there. And this is your stop for your float. That float makes this go up and down, and it's stopped. That's how it regulates how much gas you need in there. The bike tries to put more gas in than you need, so that this way, this controls it so it has an even flow of what it needs. The more throttle, the more gas you're going to use, then this will adjust for it. And that hangs right on there. Now there's a little line there thing, the way it's made, it don't go in there, it just hangs right in the middle of that, like that. And that's your little stopper. And I was saying about a venting end, that little rubber piece there is a venting rubber. They make venting O-rings that are real good. And you can buy them from, now Harbor Freight has a container of venting O-rings, and they're supposed to be like oil, gas proof, plus higher temperature, anything venting. You can get them through Master, what's that, Carb, I can't think of the name of it, but a lot of people know it. That's the old one laid over here. The float, now I'll wash this with just dish soap and water, dry it off real good, but it's fine. Now for these, you really need a good screwdriver for this, because you do not want to, you know, mess it up. There's one right here. This is your main jet. Right there, it came loose. Down in here, right there. And if this was cleaned real good, it should have a number on it, because these can be changed. How your motor's running, that can be changed. That hole that goes through there, there's one hole that goes through there. Then the next jet over here, I believe this is the pilot jet. And this screwdriver fits it perfect. That's what you need. That's coming. There. Now there's the one. It has 3 places, I believe. I have to really look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe 4. I just can't tell. But there's 2 holes here. You turn it, there's 2 holes up here. Okay, 4 places. I was in the process. I took this jet out, and then my battery went dead, so I got another one. And there is, on this one, I don't know if the other one picked it up, there's 2 holes here down in this part. You turn it, there's 2 holes up here, and they go clear through. Then there's a hole down through the middle, and that'll all be cleaned out with that set that I showed of them little wires that go in there. I have that one. I have the other jet there. Then there's one more right here I got to take out, and that's the one I'm surprised I didn't get it with it, the set. So you maybe have to order them separate, but I'm just going to clean mine. I think it'll be fine cleaning it. Then there's another one yet. Let me see. This one, let me take it out. This one is under the main jet. The main jet goes in there. When you take these out, there's only one way they can go back in. They're all different sizes, so. Oh, that one was not bad. Now this one here, it has a bigger hole down through it. Plus, there is 4 small holes right here, and then up at the top there's one. And they go through, clear through, one on each side. So those have to be cleaned out. This is the one that I got to clean by hand because they didn't give me one with the set. But they did give me this one down here, and what it is it's a strainer where the fuel goes in, I think, from the float to the bike. Oh, that's tight. Boy, they got some. It's so tight. And I got a new one, and they give me a washer for the new one. And there's a hole through it, and it has the screen on it. And it looks pretty clean. There's no dirt in it or nothing. And that doesn't have an O-ring on it, not just that aluminum washer. And that's to keep your fuel clean. So I have 3 of those. Now I can take this outside, shoot carb cleaner in all these holes down through there. I'll clean the outside again, and I'll clean out this top. I'll spray it out, clean it. Then there's something important here that I want to show with this right here. This is where your plunger goes down through with your needle and everything. Well, I just have it like this. You can see it rides really smooth. I mean, it falls right in. So there's nothing there. But if I look inside, it's a little like crummy and that. What I want to use is, I'll take a piece of this stuff, because it's like I said, the rag stuff, nothing's going to be left back. And the best thing I found to clean this out, but you want to look first, sometimes they'll have a hole on the side, but there's no hole in this one. But I'd like to clean that out. Like I said, do not use emery paper, wet and dry paper, the finest you can buy. Do not use it, because you don't need to. And what I found is I use chrome cleaner, and I put very little on. It just takes enough to get kind of like the tarnish off of it and clean it up. So I put a little bit on this cloth type stuff, shop rag, and I'll actually take it and I'll kind of rub it in a little bit, like that. I don't want chunks of it in there. There we go. That's black. Don't hurt to clean all of it, much as you can get. Then I'll take the air hose, the last thing, and I have my tank clear up, but I just go easy with it, and I'll blow everything off to get all the, the carb cleaner evaporates quick. But I want to make sure, there's nothing in there, no dirt, dust, and I'll just blow it out real easy. Then I'll put the new jets in. That one I got to clean by hand. I want to show that. Scrub the floats, with soap and water. Then I'll put it all back together. Then I'll go back to that other one where the float bowl I just snugged up, and I'll take it off, check it, tighten it up, put this float bowl on just like I did that one, just snug it up, then go to the last carb. And that way I'm working my way around. So a lot of come off. It's looking pretty good. I'll take a dry part of this and wipe it, see how it looks. That's looking better. Okay, so I got a lot of parts to clean. Spray this out good. Take the air compressor, blow it all out. And one other thing is I got new air cutoff valves, and they go in the side, but the problem here is the way the carb's set. That air cutoff valve is in here. They give you a spring and then a cutoff thing, and there's a weird looking little gasket, like oblong gasket, that goes in there someplace. It's right there in the corner. They give you that to replace this. This one will be easy to get at, but the way the carbs are, the other one's inside. Now I don't want to have to take all this apart. I could, but I really don't want to. So I'm going to try to get that from this side. Then I have the same problem over here. It's on this side, which is on the free side. This one's on the inside again. And then I'm just going to try, with like screwdrivers like this, these 90 degrees. See if I can get them in there and get it. If I can't, I may be just let it go. But I'd like to get those clean too. So I'll clean all this stuff, get it ready, and then I'll come back. I have this old part ready to blow or spray out with the carb cleaner. I got the bowl clean, I got the top done, cleaned. I washed the floats with just soap and water, rinsed it and dried it. This part has the plug for the float bowl, and this little O-ring, let me see where my pick's at. I got a new one for it with that kit. Sometimes it's hard to get them off and on. Oh, almost. There's the old one. And you can feel it's not as soft as the new ones. So it's nice to change them while you're at it, and you get it with it anyway. So I just start down here and slide it up over, roll it up over till it gets there. That will go in here in the float bowl. There was the first one I did. It was so tight in there, I had to put this thing in my vise with the soft jaws to get that loose. I mean, it was really rammed in there. There, that's tight. Now, this part here that goes down in your plunger, I scrub with a toothbrush and soap and water. And a little spring, I have it here, right here. And you can see this little spring goes over that little protrusion right there, and it holds it. Now this one, this is the one I didn't get with it, that I had to clean. I went over with it with a wire brush real easy on. I have the brush in my drill press, and I just went easy, just enough to clean it. Now here's where these things come in to being used. And I'm going to pick one that's pretty fine. It's best to use these, get a finer one than you need, and use it first. And work your way up to the size of this hole. But you definitely do not want to push. Boy, that's close. I'm going to have to get a finer one. You want to get, you can even start with the finest they have. Here's one. But you don't want to have to push this through real hard. Now it might have, now that goes easy, that's really, and I'm working it around in that hole. Okay, that's a second hole down. Third. Fourth. And fifth one. Now I got to find one that's a little thicker. You want to work your way up to it. So that would probably be this one. This might even be thinner. I think this one's thinner. Yeah, that's a lot thinner. So I go the other way. These are in line. Now this one here is the third one up. See how it fits in these jet holes. And that's the biggest I'm going to use because it's a little tight. I mean, it goes through easy. But I'm working it around like this as I clean it. And that's all the more I'll do because I surely don't want to make them holes any bigger. Let me get this down like this. Close this up out of my way. There, now. Seeing I can even spin that on there, so I know it's good. But that's the size for this one. Third one down. And it just feels like a little file going in there. But it's taking all the tarnish and anything that's, you know, old gas that's been baked on it or anything, that's taking that. Now, for the hole through the middle, I'm going to take the biggest one I have, and the hole's a lot bigger. That's the biggest one they have in the set. And I'm going down in there, and that's way big. But I'm going to just, like I said, working it around as I go and clean it. It's better than, you know, I don't have one just perfect. Then another thing I have, I got that cleaned out, is I bought a set of these at Harbor Freight, and they're for cleaning an airbrush. If you're painting with an airbrush. And it has different ones. Now this is a brush, and it's brass, which is great. And I can, oh, I seen some dirt pop out through it. Yep, a little bit of dust. I don't know if the camera picked it up, but there was dust in it. And it's easier to push it through, clear through, than to go halfways and go back. Yeah. I can even turn it on there. Get it. So now I am ready to go out there, and I'll probably put my finger on this hole, hold it down here, put the straw in there, have my other fingers there, and then try to put the can someplace where I can push on it, and all these 5 holes on each side it'll spray out of. And you need safety glasses, and that'll clean all that out really good. It'll be like brand new, and I have all the other new stuff up here set.